Hey, what did Panic at the Disco say when they were playing Riichi Mahjong? Whoa, well imagine that you're facing the dealer in the South 4 round and you have a Mong on hand. Mixed triple sequence Riichi, Pinfu, and Tanyao. What a beautiful discard, calling Riichi with the last copy of the Southwind, and it's just quite a shame when the dealer then calls Sumo, then yells Ranya. Or yells Ranya. Their first drafts. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Let me tell you something. To give you a small peek, a voyeuristic glimpse into my mental health. This morning, when I realized that I can make a Riichi Mahjong parody from Panic at the Disco's I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, I laughed like a maniac. I laughed like a maniac for a good 5 minutes. How have we been playing lately? Dude, it's been all or nothing lately. You know what I mean? It's been truly the essence of gambling. Either we're winning or we're winning big or we're losing big. I would like to, simmer a little bit on the second place, third place. So second places and third places aren't that bad. If it makes you happy, etc., then why the hell are you so sad? All right, this hand is okay. I pawned the Eastwind. The rest of our hand is just looking okay, but I'd rather go for a quick win here. We don't need to pawn this necessarily. Like, we're looking for some more shapes in our hand. Okay, I'll throw out the Southwind, even though it is our C-Twind. I'll say this. Going back to our roots, as in cowardice, as in folding, I think yields huge results. I think, sometimes when you get better at something, it's like the Dunning-Kruger effect to some extent. Like, first you're like, oh my God, I understand everything. And then you're like, wait, I don't understand anything at all. So let me tell you, like, what I went through. What I went through was having to always push my hand to try to get into Tenpai by an exhaustive draw when someone calls Riichi. I no longer think that this is correct. I mean, obviously, when I say it like that, it's not correct. But now I'm like, sometimes you gotta big fold. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just gotta yeet your hand into the gutter, just because. Now, what is this hand? That's a great question. This hand is almost there. We need one more shape. There's an argument to be made that maybe we should have kept the two. I'm not sure. Do we ever throw out a 4 here because we want some more safety in our later discards? I'm not sure. Let's see what kind of flush a crosslord is going for, right? This seems like maybe a half flush hand, but like they're also angling at just an all simples hand, so we don't really know what's going on. It looks like they're going for bamboo tiles. Never mind. If they didn't even turn up their nose at a 4, right? Dude, here's the thing. The 3 is very dangerous because it's close to the door, but we've already discarded the 2. I guess I'm willing to cut the 3 right now. It doesn't seem like Right Lord is in Tenpai just yet, but we don't know. They have pawned the green dragons after all. And the 4 of characters is very much so alive. Okay. I think I'll keep this 2 of circles to throw out later. Now this 4 could have come from a 3-4-4 or like a, I don't know, I guess a 4-6-8 maybe. So these are some of the things that we're gonna have to watch out for. Okay, fair enough. Now keep in mind the 1 of characters, it cannot become a triplet. It has to be our pair. So we got to make something happen in this 7-8-9 or this 6-7 sequence, block, shape, etc. that we've got going on right now. Okay, Right Lord's willing to discard some gas. We need a step forward with some caution. Unfortunately, a crosslord is going to call Riichi now. Wow. I mean, it's tough because I want to chi this, but sometimes you have to big fold. Sometimes you have to big fold. I'm willing to discard the 9 first. Why am I unwilling to discard the 1? The 1 is a little zuzzy, right? A little bit suspicious. Maybe you saw it venting an electrical. Maybe you tried to see it marinating as you just got out of the engine room. It's Tsuji to the Dora, which is a problem. Luckily, they just discarded a 3 of circles so that we know that this is safe. willing to pawn the 9 of characters and pushing fairly aggressively with that 2 discard, right? Okay, the Dora passes. That's honestly a lot of information for us. So they're not on a 2-3 weight, and no one's on a 5-6 weight either, because they would have been able to run off of that. Right Lord does not have a great hand. They're not willing to con the green dragon. What are you, a player after my own heart? If I'm willing to push this, I think I am willing to push this. Right Lord has shown that they might not be in Tenpai. They're not willing to con with this green dragon and go for it, right? So you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. This 4 means that they're not on a 2-3 weight. It's a terminal tile. Right Lord's hand does not seem in great shape, right? So I think this is an okay situation with which we can push. Southwind is looking relatively safe. It could be they're on a single tile hell weight, but if so, that's a certified that's Mahjong baby kind of moment. Yo, what if we made a t-shirt that just says that's Mahjong baby? I don't know. That's kind of a good idea. And then there's like I don't know, a cool like baby with sunglasses or something. Look, I'm in the business of getting Rons and Sumos. I'm not in the business of designing t-shirts. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 13 orphans. I'll only need 5 more tiles. I have to stop playing like a dummy though. It's okay. It's okay to play hands kind of normally sometimes. It's like my other saying. Sometimes it's sexy to follow the rules. We immediately drew another terminal tile. Oh, don't punish me like this, please. Please don't punish me like this. I mean, what am I doing with this hand? This hand does not win. This hand limps into Tenpai on the last draw discard. This hand does not win. We're also never getting rid of the Westwind, by the way. Vivian Westwind is staying in our hand until the end of time. Maybe we should have played a little bit aggressively with this, with the amount of circle tiles that we have, and just went for the half flush. Why am I throwing out the 5 of characters? I kind of want to balance some offense and defense. What are our 5 shapes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are our 5 shapes right now, and I don't want a dangerous 5 of characters burning a hole in my pocket, becoming a ticking time bomb in the later discards. Not gonna pawn this. Not gonna pawn this. If we can get into a situation where we get into Tenpai and we have to discard the Westwind, maybe we can end up discarding it, but right now it's looking like it's staying in our hand. Looking like a fool with the Dora in your hand. What do you think about that? I think I might be the only person on the internet referencing looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. But I think it's like, you know how record players were really popular when that was like the only way you could play music? And then like now it's a staple at Urban Outfitters. Well, I'm kind of the Urban Outfitters, but to memes that originated in 2008. I'm just saying there's a market for it. Nothing too super scary. Right Lord might be on a flush for the circle tiles. Left Lord might be on a flush for the bamboo tiles, but they're willing to both discard some honor tiles early, so I'm not super scared by that fact. Neither of them want character tiles, so if we need to fold, this 9 and this 1 both seem pretty... Oh my god. Excuse me. Sorry, I think I caught a whiff of good tiles, or good Mahjong. The Dora is safe to discard. That probably means that they're in Tenpai. I'm gonna cut the Dora too. I'm gonna play a little defensively. Remember, if someone sumos here, like I'm the dealer, I'm gonna have to pay a full Monty for it. Northwind comes out. Maybe someone's declining to pawn. We have one ourselves. It's an okay situation, I'm realizing. I mean, this Dora discard means that they're probably in Tenpai, or like really, really close to it. Ah, okay. They forgo the first pawn and they get the second pawn. Okay. I'll throw a 9. I don't know. They're willing to cut a 7 and an 8. It still means that they could use the 9, but it seems unlikely, right? It seems fairly unlikely. What am I doing now? This pawn has taken lift off on me. She said Aran too many times before. Look, this is what I mean. It's an organic creative process, okay? It's like a pressed juice. The song parodies, you can't force them. They whisper, they go through one ear and out the other. I believe in Greek culture, this was referred to as the muses. I believe Homer in the Odyssey, the Iliad, in one of the epics, was like, the muses will guide us and ride us. No, the muses will guide us and allow us to create the greatest song parodies based on Riichi Mahjong the world has ever heard. Unfortunately, a crosslord is going to call Riichi. That's fine. This hand was not a hand that won. We're very happy that that was a Ron and not a Sumo, because as a result, we don't have to pay anything. We can stay chilling. And right now it's East 3, but it looks like East 1, you know, everyone's point totals are so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 13 orphans. I would just like a few hands where my first instinct is not how close is this to 13 orphans. I would like a hand that's like, oh, maybe I could call Riichi with the right draw. You know what I mean? Just one little glimmer. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, we drew the honor tile that we needed the least. Let's throw out the East Wind. The East Wind is actually, you know, the most valuable to other players, specifically Right Lord, because it's worth 2 Han. So let's throw out the 2 Han before anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5th shape. Probably it's going to be around this 5 of characters. The Dora is the 7 of characters, so we actually have to be really careful about this. If the Dora is the 7, then is it better to keep the 8 in this situation? No way, right? Because we could still use the 7 here, and both of those, I mean, if we draw it, okay, the 5 is gone. The 5 is gone. We drew into an 8-9. We can still accept the Dora. It's not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This hand is okay. I'm starting to realize now that I might have corrected too much, in the sense that, like, in trying to balance offense and defense, I maybe 7 videos ago, I would have just torn up this hand. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this hand doesn't win. Let's just go sicko mode. Now I'm like, you know what? All hands can kind of get there. Children are the future. All of the hands can kind of get there. Okay. Let's keep the Northwind around for safety. We're 1 tile away from being able to call Riichi. If we draw the Dora, we can slam the like and subscribe button, aka, oh no, we can't. We're very far away. We're 2 away. We're not 1 away. We're 2 away. We need to draw some good stuff. Here's the thing. I'm a little confused here because if we break up this 1-2 shape, for example, we could also get on a double-sided weight for the 5 or the 8 as our pair, right? So, and this 1-2 shape is not that great. We can only accept a 3 of circles. Unfortunately for us, Right Lord has not discarded a single circle tile, and they're willing to cut the Dora, which means that I think they're pretty close to Tenpai, if not already in Tenpai. Is it anything that Tenpai rhymes with Senpai? Again, maybe this is how I can launch a Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, oh, join the Yusong Liu scholars, the workshop where we all can write Riichi Mahjong based song parodies. It's a bit of a French salon, you know. Imagine that we're around the fin du siècle period and we're just smoking it up in Rodin's kitchen. I don't never mind. I'm not gonna call Riichi on a single tile weight for the Dora. Are you drunk? No one's gonna discard the Dora. It's also not a Suji trap or anything. I haven't discarded a 4. I'm just gonna stay in Damaten here. And guess what? If someone calls Riichi, I'm gonna big fold with these West Winds. This hand is not worth throwing out a risky tile for. Northwind, yes. Green Dragon, sure. If we draw something like Dangerous, though, it's far enough away from the Dora. They've discarded a lot of 1s, but that still means that they could have a 3-4 weight, right? But a lot of the lower values in the character suit have already been discarded. Okay, fair enough. Maybe this player in pushing for their hand might even go so far as to greed and throw out another copy of the Dora. That's one way that, I mean, even if they throw it out, we can't win, right? Because we haven't called Riichi. We can't run. This is too dangerous. This is legit too dangerous. There's not enough safety. A 1 has been discarded kind of not that recently. I can't do it. This 3 could have come from a 2-3-3 shape. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm absolutely gonna big fold here. This was not a hand that wanted to go hard. You know what I mean? If I had to describe this hand's consistency, I would say like it's like a store-bought Jello. You know, it's not that thick. It's not that viscous. Okay, turns out we might have been able to push for it. But the 4 of circles and this 4 of characters, neither of them are safe. Especially this 4 of characters. You know. The 4 of, why? Because it's Suji to the Dora. People are incentivized to keep 5-6 weights. If you're playing along with the Yusong Liu drinking game at home, he said it. He said why Suji to the Dora is dangerous. I explain it every time because I don't know, you might be new to the regal sport of Riichi Mahjong. I'm okay with this. Show me that you were waiting on the 1 or the 4 of circles. Show me that you were waiting on the 1 or the 4 of wait, what do I discard here? Probably the 7. Yeah. Okay. Show me that you were waiting on the 1-4. 2-5. Close enough, honestly. Close enough. This is a very scary hand. Riichi, Pinfu, all simples. Wow. Wait, is this what did they have in their hand there? Was that 7 pairs actually? Oh my god, a brutal hand. I'm glad we didn't deal into that. I'm happy we didn't deal into that. We have 5 shapes in our hand. The Dora is like too heavy. I think I'm gonna discard the Dora just to try to get like a quicker win. I don't think that this is, I mean, maybe this isn't the right play at all, but like it just depends on your style, right? Because even if we were to draw like a keep this for safety later, right? Because we know it's dead at this point. Even if we were to draw like a 3 of circles, we would have been. Wait, what did we have? Did we have a 4-5 just now? Yeah, the 3 of circles would have been cannibalized by this 4-5. There's very, very few things that could have led this hand to victory. Okay, this is a straight up open-handed all simples kind of joint. Okay, sorry to use some you know, harsher language, but this is absolutely an open-handed all simps. Open-handed all simps is the name of is the first line of my slam poetry poem. Open hands, all simps. The Twitter replies are not roars, but wimps. First draft. Your Honor, I plead the first draft convention. These were first drafts, and thus I cannot be blamed. Unfortunately, this all simples hand is coming together a little bit too late. Okay, we can pawn this. The only way we can get into Tenpai right now is through this discard. We can't win off of the 1, but we can win off of the 4 of characters. You know what? I would even go so far as to con if we draw anything, but you know, I'll absolutely take this Suma. I'll absolutely take this Suma. This hand. The reason why is because we don't have to make big swings right now. Everyone's point totals are so close, and I want to stop other people's big hands in its tracks. I don't want you to get the time to do something cool. I want to just stop you with my 1,000 point hand. Oh, that's cute. You had like all triplets, 3 Dora, red dragon. Oh, that's cute. I won with an all simples hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this hand? It could be a 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence. What's the Dora here? It's 5, 6, 7. But then like this, it's a little bit awkward. I guess we're hoping for a. Wow, that's a great draw. Grab a bucket and a mop. That's a great ass draw. What are we hoping for here? I mean, we're 1 tile away from Tenpai right now. Are we? Yeah, we would have to discard this 8. But if we finish either of these shapes, we can call a zuzzy little Riichi there. I don't know. Maybe it was better to throw out the 8 a little bit early so that we could draw into a pair. I don't know. It's a very, very strange hand. Wow. 6, 7, 8, 5, 6. Sure, we're not gonna get the mixed triple sequence anyway, so let's keep this double-sided weight. We can even technically draw into another Dora and finagle our hand to make it work, right? Okay, so what's the god draw? The god draw is if we draw the 8 of circles, because then we can actually do Riichi Pinfu and wait on the 4-7 of bamboo. Of course, if anyone's paying attention, they'll notice that the 4 and the 7 are dangerous tiles because it's around the Dora. But we might be able to Riichi Sumo. We might be able to prey on some greed. If we draw 4 of bamboo, we could still call Riichi here. I don't know. Maybe the 3's a little bit redundant because, yeah, the 3 might be a little bit redundant here. Because if we discard this and we draw a 4, we can still make use of it. The 3 doesn't help. It's actually dangerous to keep around because it's closer to the Dora later on. So let's keep a safe tile to discard. Okay. Slowly starting to learn. Slowly starting to learn. 5 is actually really dangerous, but luckily it seems like no one's hoarding their character tiles. Rather, they're flowing. So as a result, you know, throwing down a 5 does not seem as scary as it might usually be. Left Lord's doing some pawning and cheating. Got to be a little bit careful about this. West Wind has not been discarded. Actually, a little bit scary. God has a funny sense of humor. I think God recently has learned how to play Riichi Mahjong. Maybe they watched my tutorial. You think so? Because that's something. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a 5th shape in this hand, and we're hoping to draw another Southwind here because it's with 2 Han for us. Wow. You know what? Winning off of the West Wind, that's okay. That's okay. That's a real game recognized game moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have all 5 shapes here. We're hoping to draw into a pure double sequence and then a 5 of circles so we can do some Riichi Pinfu shenanigans. But if not, I mean, this hand is okay. What's our pair? The pair is actually the 8 of bamboo. I know it looks like a triplet right now, but we're going to consider it pair of the 8s and a 7-8 proto sequence. That's what they're called in Riichi Book 1 by Dana Chiba. Again, unofficial mentor. I like to think of us as close friends. Parasocial relationships with VTubers. Parasocial relationships with one guy named Dana Chiba because he's really good at Mahjong and has written a really nice resource for other people to learn the game with. It's a classic Drake meme. Let's still hold out hope that we can draw another Southwind, right? I think it's okay in this situation. Because if we draw into another Southwind, if you give a mouse a cookie, like, I don't know. It's just worth it for us, right? Because we get 2 whole Han for that. Upgrading this shape into a 6-7 is really nice. Again, I'm gonna try to see if like we can make these types of reads for other people. Okay, they just drew a 6, so maybe they had a 4-6 that they upgraded into a 3-4. So again, what does that mean? It means that 2s and 5s are gonna be dangerous later. This is good. I mean, it's not always gonna be correct. In fact, like, because of the random nature of Mahjong, it's probably gonna be incorrect like a lot of the time. But we can still try, we can still practice. I mean, that 6 could have also come from a 6-6-7 shape. And so this 8 isn't necessarily that safe either. We're 1 tile away from Riichi Pinfu pure double sequence. Holy moly. Holy moly. Do we even call Riichi with this? Because we have Pinfu pure double sequence. Sumo, even. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, but it's a nice Riichi because the ones have largely been discarded, so people might think that it's safe. And then the 4, they might think it's safe because I discarded a 7, you know? So we might not get the pure double sequence, but we could still get a winning, we still could get to Ron somebody. Kings of Leon voice, you know that I could run some. Okay, that's not a good Kings of Leon impression. It needs to have a little bit more of that Lin-Manuel Miranda voice into it. Again, it's every impression is just a cocktail of different people, you know? So I've always said that. You can look back in my older videos. This is not a very strong Riichi. This is just a Pinfu hand. No one's gonna discard the Dora. The Dora is the 8 of circles. Why call Riichi in this situation when I can just sit with a zuzzy little Pinfu hand? This is a little bit scary, but no one else has called Riichi yet. It's a little bit scary. Am I risking it all for a one-han hand? Literally just Pinfu? Maybe we get the Dora? They start pawning. Remember, good players pawn and cheat to get into Tenpai. Okay, make note of this. They pawned and then they discarded this, which, yeah, Sumo. Sumo Pinfu, I'll absolutely take it. I'll absolutely take it. I think that was the right play. That means that tiles around the 7, especially the 3 and the 6, were especially dangerous right there. Because why? The 7 could have, I don't know. But it could have come from a 6-7-7 shape. It could have came from a 5-7 shape that they upgraded into a 4-5 or something. I don't know. They couldn't have upgraded there because it came from a pawn, but you get it, right? We should still make notice of try to make reads when we can. Okay, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's weird shapes. Maybe a 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence if we're lucky. Pog, mom came home from the store with a mixed triple sequence. Pog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna get a pair in this hand, but we have a lot of bamboo tiles. I'm not gonna turn up my nose at that. Could still, I don't know if it could still be a Riichi Pinfu hand. It looks like we've got a triplet of the 4 of bamboo. It looks like it's gonna stay a triplet. Unfortunately for us, this is a spicy round. Why? Look at that Dora indicator. The Dora is gonna be the south wind this round, and everyone can use the south wind. That's pretty spicy. Left Lord pawns with the green dragons. That's worse. That's extremely bad news for us. Punished, but I'm okay with this. Not really punished. I don't think that that's actually punished. I just think that that's bad luck. Now, because they have the green dragon, they don't even need a triplet of the south wind. They can just win even with a pair of the south winds. Okay. What are we hoping for here? We're hoping for a 2 of bamboo. We call Riichi and we wait on the 1 or the 2 of circles. There's a 2 of bamboo, but it's not, we need that in our hand before we can call Riichi, right? I mean, this is kind of good. It's kind of bluffing to other people that I have a half flush. I don't. My hand's like pretty garbage. But this is a very spicy situation. Anyone could have a very explosive hand. You know what? 3, 4, 5. This is a 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3. Dude, I'm not good enough at hang on. I'm pretty good at Mahjong, but I don't know if it's right. This is a really complicated shape. What am I even looking at? 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 4, 4, 1, 3. Yeah, but that means that our hand has 6 shapes. So this might have been incorrect because now if we draw into a 3 of circles, like we can't immediately call Riichi. 5, 6, 7. What is this? Sorry, I'm not saying sorry. Why? I am saying sorry. This is way too complicated for me. Oh my god. This is like, it takes a pro to parse through these tiles. But this is, I mean, this is why Riichi Mahjong is a good game, because if I was better at the game, and I think that we can get there one day, I'd be able to like see this clearly for what it is. I can't right now, but that's okay. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Maybe a mixed triple sequence? Or a pure double sequence, excuse me? I guess I'm gonna go for it. I can still run here. This is a weird shape. So what this is this is a pair of the 4s and then a 4, 5, 6 and a 5, 6, 7. So this is Tenpai. Wow. Sumo, pure double sequence. Oopsie poopsie. I mean, it was almost the twice pure double sequence, right? I don't think I've ever gotten that type of hand before, but it's nice. I should have been a little bit more careful. I was too busy like looking at my hands, looking like a fool with my eyes on my hands. To notice if someone else was going for something dangerous, right? Because I feel like someone definitely could have had a pair of the south winds. Someone probably was in Tenpai in that situation, and that 3 of bamboo discard was not necessarily a safe one. It's tough, right? Reading hands. You've heard of reading rainbows, but reading Mahjong hands? It might be scarier than you think. Okay, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I'm gonna let go of this Dora. I don't know. This is a weird, wow. Okay. The extremely rare third turn Riichi. We don't have a lot to go off of. We can make some Suji reads right now. They're not on a 3-4 of circles weight. Okay. But I think what's next for us here is discarding, I guess, another 2 of circles. But eventually, don't get too emotionally attached to these Southwinds, okay? They're not long for this world. But maybe if we can, you know, pivot with a 3 of bamboo first, we could still make this into a shape. Wow, someone was thinking about something with this 9 of circles. Interesting. 1 of circles also looking safe. I mean, the early Riichis, they're good because not a lot of information is down, so you don't really know like what they're going for. Unfortunately for them, their early Riichi gave a lot of information. The 2 of bamboo is probably safe. The 8 of bamboo is probably safe. The 2 of circles, the 8 of circles, in that same respect. And so there's a lot of information. And keep in mind that whenever someone calls an early Riichi, there's a chance that it's a bad weight, right? You just rush into Riichi because it's early, but you might just have a closed weight. And it doesn't look like that valuable if they can't use that red 5, right? Okay, so what are we looking at here? How many 5s are gone? 3 5s are gone. It's unlikely, but still possible that they have a 5-6 weight. Okay. And it was still 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they can't have a 2-3 weight. I mean, this hand looks scary now. Eventually, we're gonna have to push with this hand if we get into Tenpai with this. Are you kidding? But you also, like, this is a little scary in that not a lot of honor tiles have been discarded. So again, they could be waiting on some honor tiles, honestly. Okay. Slowly starting to get into Tenpai. White dragon is looking safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 pairs in our hand. This could be a 7 pairs hand. But also, again, don't get too emotionally attached to any of these tiles. I'm not joking. I'm still thinking about folding. Three should be safe. It's just a pawn, thank God. I mean, I don't know. But I know that they're not on a 4-5 weight, so that's why I think it's safe. I honestly think that was a bad play. I should just be folding with some of these honor tiles. Okay, this is Suji at least. And a lot of 8s and 9s have disappeared, so they're not on an 8-9 weight. Yeah, all the 8s are visible. All my 8s visible. 1 was definitely discarded since they called Riichi. Since they called Riichi! There's the Dora. Wow. I mean, this is good play, right? Because they were able to navigate a very scary situation and end up in Tenpai somehow. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we go back into the logs after this game and it turns out they had a closed weight or a not very good weight, you know? Oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might be a half flush hand because this hand is really, really slow, right? And already some honor tiles are disappearing. I guess we're gonna play it normally. Drawing into that 1-3 at least draws us into another shape. This hand is not very good. We draw into another 1-3, which is kind of nice. Still holding out hope for any of these useful honor tiles to become a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the thing. If we draw into a pair, we technically have 5 shapes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is 5, or we're on a 2-sided weight for our pair. Okay, fine. Let's get rid of our 2 Han wind first, right? Because it's 2,000 points. We don't want them to eventually draw into another one. Save our 1 of circles for a safer discard later. We're hoping to fill in the cracks, obviously, with I'll throw out the red dragon now. It's pretty dangerous. I don't want it later. Hoping to fill in the cracks for either of our 1-3 shapes right now. Those are both really, really weak. Yeah, this hand, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We would have had 9 out of 13 orphans, but it's so unlikely. There's a reason it's worth, 32,000 points. It's because it's really rare. Okay, the 1-1-3 shape, the one piece is real, is actually not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. We still need a pair. I mean, if we can elongate this into 2 sequences, maybe the 3 of bamboo can end up being our pair. I mean, playing these hands normally seems to be yielding better results than constantly evoking sicko mode. Like even this terrible hand is now 2 away. No, it's still like 3 tiles away from Tenpai, right? It's not great, but we have some safety. 9 Northwind, 1 of characters. Oh man, they're willing to discard the Dora. I guess that means I'm willing to discard this 6. I don't know, because if they had a 4-5-5, then they would probably keep the Dora as a pair, right? A Cross Lord hasn't discarded any character tiles. We got to be careful about that. Left Lord has been in a river of garbage this entire game. It's pretty scary. Definitely very scary. Because we don't know if they're on like a full flush or something weird like that. But it doesn't seem like their hand is that good, considering the metric ton of garbage they've had to sift through. A Cross Lord seems like they have a pretty good hand. They're willing to discard some like nice tiles early. Maybe going for a flush in the character suit. Okay. I guess I'm abandoning my safety, but here's the thing. Later on in the game, we can't discard this 1 or this 3. I don't know. It feels way too dangerous. Even though they started to discard character tiles, I still think that they could be a flush in the character suit. I mean, now we know that no one's on a 4-5 weight. I guess I'll take this opportunity to get rid of my 1-3. They're really, really dangerous right now. 2 of circles also safe. I mean, this 1 of characters is... Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, we fold here. We fold here. The 1 of characters is not that... Oh, my God. Oh, my... I don't want to talk about it. I guess I'm going to throw out the 2 of circles because it looks to be safe, but this is a really scary hand. They could win with anything right now. How many 2s are visible? Only 2. Anyone could still have a 2-3 weight, so this 1 is not necessarily safe. This 9 of circles might be our safest tile. Not sure. Not sure yet. 4. Okay. We draw into another copy of the new Dora. Wake up, honey. New Dora just dropped. I'm going to play Suji to that because no one's on a 2-3 weight. I'm close to Tenpai. I just need to get rid of this. I think that the 9 is okay because it's Suji to this 6. I know that they're not on a 7-8 weight and they have the scariest hand. So what happens? How do we get into Tenpai? We draw a 3 of characters, a 4 of circles, or a 3 of bamboo. All of those are pretty unlikely, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is rough right now. Am I willing to discard this? It's so unsafe. No one's even drawn a 4. But what other safety do I have? The 6 of circles? The 7 of circles? It passes. Honestly, I really wanted to fold there. I really, really wanted to fold there. 6 or 7 of circles, I don't know. 8, luckily, has been a safe tile that has been discarded pretty recently. I don't care if we're in for a 10, like if someone deals our winning tile and we can't win because we didn't call Riichi. There were only like 7 tiles left. I'm not gonna throw out the 7. I don't know. The 7 just seems like unnecessary risk to me. Going down with a 5 of circles. All right, Left Lord also would have been able to run us off of the 7 of circles. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. They had a much more valuable hand than just this 3,000 points. I'm okay with that. Okay, this is a half flush hand. Like this is a half flush hand. It's also our seat win, which is nice. The pair of honor tiles that we have here. It's anyone's game still. This is a very, very close game. Okay, West Wind probably not going to be completed. Incredible draw right now. Incredible draw right now. Starting off with a 5 of characters discard, so other people probably know that something's up. Okay, let's cut our 3. 9 is obviously a safer tile to discard later. Luckily, no one pawns this red dragon. Wow, they're willing to cut the Dora. Interesting, interesting. The good news about this hand is that if we draw into the Dora, we can still kind of make use of the Dora, right? Because we're going to have this seat win no matter what, and we have the white dragons no matter what. Okay, 2 tiles away from Tenpai. Can pawn the Northwind and then maybe pawn the 9 of circles or something. It's a nice half flush, seat wind, white dragon hand. That should be a Mongon. That's 4 Han, but with enough mini points, like that should be a Mongon or at least a fake Mongon. All right, now so many tiles get us into Tenpai, right? We can draw into a 1, we can draw into a 4, we can draw into a 7, or an 8 or a 9. So many. Oh, 7, 8 or 1, 4. I mean, there's more chances to draw the 7, 8, but getting to wait on a terminal tile is just nice. You know what I mean? It's just nice. I know one of them's already been discarded, but I don't know. I'm choosing to prey on human greed rather than go for the statistically most likely tile for us to draw ourselves. But like, you never know. If someone has a valuable hand that they want to go toe to toe with my half flush, they're probably gonna test the waters by discarding the 1 first, right? One of them's already gone, and it's a terminal. It's hard to use. But also, if I get the chance, I con here. I go for the throat here. 2, 5? Or 1, 4? Let's just stick with the 1, 4, I guess. I don't know. This is a weird situation. I'll open the doors. I'll say my safe word, and I'll let some backseating happen. Bazinga. Bazinga's my safe word. Oops. I mean, I was proven right, but if I could have done something differently here, please let me know. Please let me know if something else was maybe the better play here. Oops. Did I just do that? Did I just get a Mongon? By preying on human greed? Oops. I mean, this should have shown you that this was a very scary half flush. Like, I had a seat wind and a white dragon. I don't think you raced that in that situation. Wow. So I could end this quickly by going for a half flush, and you know what? I think I will. I think I will. Dora is the white dragon. Okay. Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers. I mean, wowzers. Wowzers in my Bowsers. Okay. Unfortunately, our weakest shape right now is this 1, 2 of bamboo. 1, 2 of bamboo is not looking super great. Holy moly, this hand went super fast. This hand went super fast. Jeez Louise. I mean, this is unstoppable. This is the type of luck that you just can't beat. You genuinely can't beat this luck. Like, no one has any idea what I'm going for right now. And I could be just going for a flush in the character suit. Like, this is a disgusting hand. If no one's careful, then I could even turn 2nd place into 3rd place or something, you know? 3rd place into 4th. I mean, that's not that likely. Like, 4th place is in a pretty large hole right now. It's looking like they're going for a flush in the circle suit, looking like a fool with their flush in the circle suit. What happens? Okay, let's think about worst case scenarios. What happens if we draw the white dragon, the Dora? I think we got to keep it in our hand, unfortunately. We got to keep it in our hand and fold with the 1, 2, because the one way that we could lose this hand in spectacular fashion is if we get Rond with the white dragon. That's the worst case scenario. And as a result, oops. I mean, this, you honestly got to feel bad for him because they have to push there in 4th place, and I just had a disgusting hand. Back-to-back Mongon / fake Mongons. He's found solid footing. Yusong, you should just demote down into the expert tier, because then when you rank back up, you'll be able to just get 1,400 points instead of having to climb back in the Jade Room. You can climb back in the Gold Room. Do I look like I'm scared? Do I look like I need this sphere of courage or this emotional support teddy bear? Huh? Huh? Would a guy with muscles as big as these? It goes up a little. It goes up a little. Would a guy with muscles as big as those be scared? We gotta go. We gotta do a little bit of judgment in the logs, right? We gotta do a little bit of judgment here. That one game where we sumoed, we also have to look at, because I am convinced that someone was in Tenpai there. That was a very risky. That's my Rick impression, by the way. It's a very risky situation. Okay, what does this player do? They are in Tenpai if they discard the 6 of bamboo. Unfortunately, nothing's safe about the 6 of bamboo. Nothing is safe about the 6 of bamboo. but they are the dealer. Would I have gone for this? Do you have safe tiles? Yeah, the 5 is safe. The 1 is safe. Dude, for what? Riichi Pinfu? No Sanshoku either. Riichi Pinfu red 5. They don't even call Riichi. They sit in Damaten. The patrician's Riichi. And they deal into left lord, right? Yeah, they're on a 4-5 weight. Okay. Let's see what happens. Who is called Riichi? They themselves have called Riichi on a... Okay, this is a pure double sequence. This was the hand that I thought was kind of confusing, right? Or I'm not sure. But they called it an early Riichi, waiting on the 3 and the 6 of bamboo. It's not a terrible weight, right? It's not terrible. But they deal into someone else. This player was waiting on a 6-9. Interesting. They haven't discarded a lot of character tiles. That's fair. Just a seat wind, though. That's okay. You're not that sad losing that one for going for a big hand. This hand, yeah, I could have... No, I couldn't have stayed in Tenpai. Why was I too scared to discard the Southwind? I don't know, because it was still a live tile. Yeah, not discarding the Southwind there is actually pretty poggers. I discard the 7 here, right? Yeah, 7 of circles. It's looking fairly safe. This is fine. What was... No one's in Tenpai. Is anyone in Tenpai? One player is in Tenpai, waiting on the 2 or the 5 of circles. Okay. 2 or the... Oh, this was the hand that was confusing, right? They called Riichi. Yes, yes. Okay. That's a very scary hand. Riichi, Pinfu, pure double sequence, 2 red 5, all simples. That's a Hanemon hand if they win that. Jeez, that's very scary. I sumo this hand, but this is a fast hand. This is not what I was talking about. Next hand, I end up getting a sweet, sweet Ron Weasley off of somebody. Oh, I get Ron? Ah, I deal the West Wind. But I think, and I'm not just trying to defend myself here. I'm not trying to make excuses. West Wind looks okay. Like, this doesn't seem like a half flush. It's still early on in the game. I'm okay dealing into that one. I mean, my hand does not look good in retrospect, though. Maybe it's just worth saving my points and just folding here. Wow, folding from this position. I guess I could just wait for someone else to discard the West Wind first. But no, I think it's right to push the West Wind there. Maybe it's a little bit of impatience, but I think we don't have a huge lead. If we had a huge lead, maybe we just fold there. We sumo this one. We had a lot of great sumo luck here. We don't call Riichi because, again, it's Tsuji to the door. It's not going to come out. Anyone else in Tenpai? Someone else is in Tenpai. Right Lord's waiting to Ron off of a 3 or a 6 of 3 or a 6 of circles. Okay, fair enough. This was the hand that had a very confusing shape. This was a scary situation. Wow, because the door was the Southwind. It turns out it was not a scary situation. I was scared that someone had a pair or a triplet of the Dora. I mean, Right Lord's going for 7 pairs to make use of their hand. A Crosslord is just burdened with the Dora in their hand until the end of time. No one else is in Tenpai yet. Despite the fact that Left Lord is just chucking out like good tiles left and right, they are not in Tenpai yet. What are they doing? I mean, they can't get pure double sequence anymore, but the 8 of bamboo seems really safe here. Maybe they're playing safe because they think I'm on a half flush in the bamboo suit. It's not a terrible read. It's not a terrible read. Right, I could have stayed in Tenpai here. I could have stayed in Tenpai, but look at the sheer volume of tiles that deal in. So how do I stay in Tenpai here? I discard this one or the 4. I'm not discarding the 4. The 4 is the Dora. I'm not doing that. Although, would it have dealt into anyone? It would have dealt into Left Lord. Yeah, they were waiting on the 4 or the 7. What did I deal instead? I dealt something safe. I dealt the one of characters, right? Yeah. If I had dealt the 6, I would have dealt into Right Lord. Like, how many tiles would have dealt in? I had a 3 and a 6 as well. The 6 would have dealt in here. Across Lord, we didn't have any super dangerous tiles that we could have dealt in with. It's not worth it. It's not worth dealing into like a monstrosity. You know what I mean? Suffering the 3,000 point blow there is fine. It's fine by me. This, I do not abide by. The dude does not abide by this. They are not even in Tenpai. And this is as... What do they discard here? I mean, if you look at my hand right now, the 5, 3, and the 9 signals that I'm going for a half flush. This means that I'm going for a flush in the circle suit. Circle tiles are really dangerous, and it looks like I'm already in Tenpai. They discard the 1 here. Terrifying. Terrifying. They could have lived to fight another day. This is what it's like preying on human greed. What were they even going for? No Sanshoku, no Tenpai, no nothing. Just trying to get rid of a dangerous tile. Racing a visible 2 Han and a hidden half flush? I don't know. I don't think I would have made this play, but maybe I would have made this play. Maybe I would have folded with the 2 here. What would I have honestly discarded here? Probably the 1. But this is so scary. This is so scary. I don't know. I'm glad I wasn't in their shoes, but this is a good lesson to take. If someone looks like they could have a half flush, like, be scary. Be scared of them. This one, yeah, I don't blame them at all. They're in a desperate situation. They have to go big, so they discard the 3 of bamboo. Try to keep the Dora alive. I don't blame them at all for that one. 50-minute video. What the heck? Time flies when you're preying on human greed. Am I right? Honey, are you okay? You've hardly touched your human greed tonight. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. It helps out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more new videos every day. Stream on Twitch. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Mondays, Mahjong. Wednesdays, Gas Station Simulator. Fridays, Nancy Drew. 4 p.m. PST. Link is in the description. You can also join us on Discord. I hope to talk to you there. It's the only social media service I enjoy. All right. Till next time. Please be kind to yourself and please take care of yourself, okay? Make sure you're getting enough rest and everything. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye!